Performance.
What's poppin' corn snacks? Printed memories.
Revved Up Tattoos.
The fighter's friend.
Doc Sports Service.
The one's kitchen.
Inner Beast Sportswear.
BW Sports Media Marketing and Design. Check us out at BWSports1.com. It's another original BW Sports One production.
Pew pew!
What is going on? What's poppin'? It's Wednesday night. That's right, folks. That guy right there is the one. This guy right here is the Lion It Together. We are the Dukes of Football.
Hey, that's real talk. That's real talk. You know what I mean? He's not telling a lie. You know what I mean?
And we are DTF. That's right, folks. Da Dukes talking football. Gotcha. What's happening, brother?
Hey man, Brooklyn's smashing the Knicks right now.
Well, that's the battle of NYC, baby.
Yeah, I mean, no Kyrie, brand new coach. You know what I mean? Brand new coach, no Kyrie, and they're smashing the Knicks in New York.
Something obviously set fire there, folks.
I really think it was the firing of Steve Nash. Me personally,
that probably didn't hurt the situation.
I think that was great because they've been playing better defense, they've been winning games. But anyway, that's the talk for Sundays on the state of basketball. But how was it this weekend looking at your college ticket and seeing that you, like two other members of our panel before you, picked against their teams, fared?
Hey, you know what? It happens every time I pick against Notre Dame.
But yet you still do it. I pick
for Notre Dame and they lose. I can't help it. I didn't think Clemson was going to come out and drop goose knuckle. I mean, it wasn't a goose egg. It was a goose knuckle, man. I mean, that was
explain that one to me. The goose knuckle.
It just came out, man. It's a new.
I love it.
It's in the one dictionary now, folks.
I'm good with that.
It is in the one dictionary. So yeah, it was good. It was good to see them win like that. I think it does show, since the Stanford loss, that was a bad loss. I think that was a worse loss than Marshall myself. But the three losses, obviously, Ohio State was a competitive loss. I'll say that. Since that Stanford game and other than the Stanford game, since Marshall, I mean, they've been putting it on. They are catching fire. But they didn't beat, and I'll talk about this a little bit later, they didn't beat a really good Clemson team like we've seen in the past. So
it don't matter. They was the number 4 team in the country, and they spanked that ass.
They did.
And yours truly said, I alone will ride with the Irish.
And you did.
Alone.
And you did.
I did.
You did, my friend. You
did. I feel pretty proud about that.
All right. Blah, blah, blah.
But other than that, was good, man. It was good. What's good?
What is good?
It's good. Ain't no.
What up, guys?
Well, that was good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're 8-0.
Oh, 8-0. I didn't know what you were saying. I was like, no. What the hell is
no?
I know Ano. I don't know Ano. I don't know Ano at all. No, 8-0, baby. I mean, hell, we played the Texans. We beat them. It was an ugly win, but we got the win, nevertheless, on to Washington Monday night.
Yes, Washington Monday night. So I was social media and everybody let them know that we in this biatch.
We in here. We in here. And you know who else is in here with us this week? We have a special guest, folks.
We got 4 arms of steel.
We got 4 arms of steel, a.k.a. Popeye Forearms, a.k.a. the man over that makes elite dreams come true. The man himself,
Oh,
Mr. Zach.
it's the Red
here.
Hulk.
He still can't hear you. I don't know what you did, sir. Jeez, my nilly.
Come on, the Red Hulk. Stop
probably
touching buttons.
Yeah, come on, Seamus. What are you hitting over there? Oh, hold on here. Oh, man.
Farfanagan.
Click out and click back in. Let's see if that works. Can you hear me? Hold on, I'll text you.
Clickbait. Clickbait.
Yep. All right. Well, we're gonna get our man back in here shortly. So, Damon, where are we rolling first?
Yes. You know what? I don't know. I didn't forget to reach out to James to catch us up on the high school tournament right now. I know we just had the sectional championships, so I was gonna get him in to catch us up. But I think his daughter, Peyton, who plays hoops at University High School, had a game tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So congratulations to her. Yeah, she's on her senior year, just like my daughter. They played together and against each other for the last couple of years. So pretty exciting. But so I'll try to get him on next week to get us all caught up on high school football.
Well, I was trying to actually find it really quick to pull it in here. I know that one big game is in 4A, which is New Pal and Roncalli are playing each other.
What up?
Let's see.
Matthew, what up? What up?
I can't get this darn thing to. I can't do it, Captain.
He's a producer, not a. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything Star Trek-y.
Yeah, that didn't work.
No, not at all. So that's what you got. And,
Yep.
But anyway, just
here we go. Yeah.
There we go.
I found them. I'm sorry. Here we go. Here's
and
the
while
lineup.
he's getting it up, I'm going to throw this up for all you guys at Local Memories. Make sure that you get to over at Printed Memories to get your direct-to-print needs all in one spot. Call 317-494-0811 today and tell them the boys at BW Sports 1 sent you.
Boom. Is he? Yes, now he can hear us. Look at him. Zach Deere. What's happening, sir?
Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing?
Hey,
Mr. Elite Performance himself, the man over there. And you didn't hear me earlier, so I'm going to say it again. The man over there who makes elite dreams come true. See, I know I didn't do the normal thing. I just did my own thing, but you're going to have to.
He's putting his own spin-off on it now. Watch out, guys.
That's right.
You don't want to get the Red Hulk angry.
The Seamus over there.
I was going to say Red Hulk or Seamus. I don't know. It just depends on the day. Flip with the coin. We'll see who gets which one.
You know, what if the Popeye forearm you that might hurt? Mr.
Right, really quick. Yes,
Mr.
really
Reverse
quick.
Curls here.
Wow.
He's just throwing it out there.
All right, here's the lineup for this weekend's football games, high school football games here in Indiana. Fort Wayne Snyder at Mishawaka, Kokomo at Columbia City, LaPel at Linton Stockton, Providence at Indianapolis Lutheran, where Zach is from. That's his alumni.
That's my alum right
South
there.
at Castle, Warren Central at Center Grove, one heck of a matchup. West Lafayette at Knox, Bluffton at Fort Wayne Bishop Lures, New Pal versus Roncalli. That will be a good
game of the week.
Maryville versus Valpo, Westfield and Hamilton Southeastern.
That's a big one too.
Game. Plainfield and Whiteland, Monrovia and Owen Valley.
Go Mud Dogs.
Carroll and Lafayette Jefferson, Lafayette Central Catholic and Andrean, Northridge and New Prairie, Yorktown and Indianapolis Bishop Chatard, and Cathedral, Brownsburg, Carroll, and Adams Central.
Cathedral Brownsburg is a good one.
Oh, no, I even got more. I'm sorry. Gosh, darn.
Oh,
look at all this.
It's okay.
North Decatur and Sheridan, Evansville Modern Day, Triton Central, East Central, and Evansville Memorial, North Judson, San something, and Park Tudor. There is the lineup. I couldn't have done that in one breath if I tried. Thank God I didn't.
No, appreciate you for not doing it too. We want you to
Whoa.
pass out. Stop getting rid of the Red Hulk.
There's a reason why he's bound out for tomorrow. He's not gonna-
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. So really quick, Zach, Elite Performance. Tell everybody what Elite Performance is, and then we'll kind of go into some of the new phases under the EP umbrella.
Yeah. So Elite Performance here. So we do a lot of sports-specific training, a lot of general health focus, mobility. We got a company called MyOutfit that comes out here 2 days out of the week. So if you got any aches and pains, they come out and do cupping, dry needling for a lot of folks, different ages, both young and all the way up to senior citizen age folks that can come in, utilize their services. But in regards to the training here, folks come in the first time, they run through a what we call a FAB, fitness assessment baseline test. Basically, that's a primary beginning point, so we know where you're starting out. From there, you give me roughly 24 hours, and I'll put a program together, 16 to 24 a week program, utilizing off of any muscle imbalances, anything that are giving you fits. Some people are just coming in looking for a little extra energy boost, lessen the aches and the pains, more of just a mobility and functional way of life. Other younger kids that are coming in, they're doing any kind of sport-specific movements, plyometrics, get the body stronger. Football right now, obviously, postseason play, high school age, from 1A all the way up, trying to help them get stronger. So then hopefully, with their aspirations of playing at the collegiate level, that's what we're here for. We have worked with some folks all the way up through that realm ranking. We got a couple guys that we work with right now that are playing in the Canadian Football League. Dan's had the privilege of meeting one of them while he's been out here working out with us a while back. Some of the new growth that's happening here to the end of 2022 is we've opened the doors for what's called EP Solutions, where we basically facilitate any blueprint floor plan that you're looking to expand or replace any old equipment. So weight rooms, both high school, hotels. There's a couple different facilities here on the north side of town that basically you buy a building, you say, hey, here's my square footage, this is my itemized detail listing, then we send it out to our vendor, and then we sit down and kind of put brass tacks, pen to paper, and make the vision basically become that elite performance training facility that they're aiming for to help better any of their athletes or their staff that they have.
There you go. I love it. I'm getting in shape. I'm getting in some type of shape one way or another.
Hey, I'm just chilling over here on the sideline. You know what I mean? I'm booted up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're kind of shackled at the moment for sure.
Hey, he's on the mend. We'll get him back in here.
Yeah.
Try
Definitely on the mend.
other than doing the broadcasting side of things with our powerlifting meets. So
yeah. Only thing I'm looking for is to make my golf swing better. Other than
hey,
that,
we got you covered.
Good. I am old, and I am good at being old.
Hey, we had a guy come in today and saw Megan, and he wanted me to put him together a 12-week program just for golfing.
Nice.
So he no longer wanted to hit off the senior tee. That was his goal.
Okay. I'm trying to get off the kitty tee.
Not saying that's your goal, but just sharing that that was something we put together for him earlier today. So, but might even be able to throw you out here on the Synaptic screen, work on that reaction time.
Mm-hmm.
Just come out here and I don't know, Dan. You think I can get the TV up there that high for him?
We definitely have to put some extra flooring underneath it just to raise it a little bit. Maybe we'll just put a car jack underneath it.
See, I just come in and have to remodel things, so
Well, I guess he could sit.
Hey.
He could sit down on a stroller.
We got EP Solutions for that. We've already got that figured out. We're good.
See, there you go. We plugged everybody at the same damn time.
Bam.
Hey,
Like-
last thing before we get into this football talk. I just really got what y'all were talking about when I said reverse curls. I was actually talking about reverse curls.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Hey,
I'm sitting here like, why
at least you got and you understood what we
were.
were trying to get at. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I felt like we was just on an episode of SpongeBob.
I got it.
2
Yeah.
hours later.
Literally.
All right, here. What are we all here for tonight? That's right. We're here to talk some gridiron chop shop with the man. He's a Miami Dolphins fan, Damon. He is a Notre Dame Irish fan, so he's good in my book on that. Miami will, it is what it is right now. But let's hear your side of the win over Clemson real quick. I want to hear it from you. What did you think?
I think that Freeman finally has got the guys actually buying into what he's bringing to the table. It definitely took him a while. I was really hopeful jumping in right out of the gate, playing a big-time primetime game against Ohio State at the beginning of the year. I really thought that he was going to have them ready to roll. Obviously the recruiting, he's a great recruiter because we all saw what he was able to do right out of the gate, bringing us some of the top talent across the nation. But I think his biggest thing is the problem was he was trying to get him to facilitate, the playing style that he was trying to bring to the table. The Clemson game, he was able to do something that Brian Kelly was never able to do. So right out of the gate, seeing him be able to do something that Kelly had all this hype about, and he was never able to do it while he was there. The sad thing was that the same night he was never able to do in South Bend. So I'm happy for the guy. I'm glad that of any team, it was against Saban. So I can't, I cannot dispute that win at all, even though it was down in LSU and it wasn't, or with LSU and it wasn't in South Bend with Notre Dame. But I think Freeman's got a great thing going. He's got a great recruiting class. He finally was able to get that big win under his belt as being a new coach. So hopefully here kind of rounding out, got back into the top 25. And then hopefully he can continue to build upon that.
And that, folks, is what's popping around the NCAA, brought to you by What's Poppin' Corn Snacks. Check out the best gourmet popcorn around and get your own custom labels. Maybe we'll see some Elite Performance custom labels here soon on some popcorn. Just an idea there. Go to what'spoppincornsnacks.com today.
It'd have to be the rice popcorn.
No butter. Just plain Jane.
Sometimes it's healthy. You can't argue healthy.
No, I can't argue healthy or flavor. We just need to make healthy flavorful. That's the only thing. No.
Hey, can I take that and just crumble it up and put it over your food?
Okay, I'll take
Wow.
it. I'll take it. It's healthy-ish. All right, but I want to piggyback on that because it was part of some of our conversation. I'm going to piggyback on that that Notre Dame win. It was a pretty good win. Like I said on the show last week, when it comes to playing in Notre Dame Stadium at night, those Golden Domers, those helmets, and that cathedral in the middle of the campus always seem to find whatever third point of triangulation to create disturbances within the time frame continuum. And it was just perfectly set up. This was not one of Clemson, Dabby Sweeney's powerful Clemson teams. A lot of that ACC recruiting is being
Did you just
distributed.
Say Dabby Sweeney?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I thought I heard that right. Okay, just checking.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Not like
All
it's
right.
over.
Continue.
Yes, it's not like it was one of his best years. So they was primed for the picking for Notre Dame to beat him. The sad thing was Brian Kelly was going at them with not as enough talent, but winning games. It's just that Clemson's was overpowering. But, I think if Brian Kelly had been there this year, they'd probably still beat Clemson the way they were set up. They have no quarterback. If you got two quarterbacks, normally if you got two quarterbacks, you got no quarterback. You know what I mean? He's playing when you're pulling your, savior, your golden boy at quarterback for a first-year freshman who you normally redshirt, there's a problem there. You know what I mean? And they've been squeaking by in the ACC, and Notre Dame was just a team prime for them to knock them off. A strong running game and a strong defense. And a team, like Zach said, that is buying in to what Freeman's preaching. So I'm looking for good things with Freeman coming next year. I mean, I think you'll finish the year good. I mean, the USC is going to be a big test.
Yep.
In your bowl game. So,
yep. Well, I mean, we play North Carolina still, I think, next week.
Yeah.
Or after Navy. We got Navy and then North Carolina and then Southern Cal. So
there you go. You got a good finish. I mean, you can still sneak into that top 10.
Nah, let's not push it. Let's not push it.
Let's not do that.
I'd rather see them top 10 at the end of the season rather than starting the season until week 6. Just saying.
Let's see who else looked good out of the top 10. Georgia.
Yeah. I'm sorry. God, Nathaniel, my bad. Boston College. I forgot. That was the game, actually, we were going to take Jasmine to. Sorry. My fault. Brain fart.
Okay. My bad. Georgia, like we talked last week, Dan, how we thought that Georgia still should have been the number one, even though Tennessee had this impressive resume. Georgia's resume was pretty impressive themselves. They dog whipped the hell out of Oregon. You know what I mean? Looking pretty good themselves. Dominant defense, national championship, defending national championship, currently number one, undefeated. There was no reason why they should have been jumped. And I felt that the way that they beat them down is they were disrespected. They felt disrespected by the panel, and they wanted to remind the panel who we are.
Absolutely. I don't see, like you said last week, we talked about it. I didn't see why Georgia was moved out of the first number one seed, and now we see why they shouldn't have been moved out of the 1 seed. I mean, it is what it is. Georgia down in the South, Zach, what do you think of, the SEC and the top 4, usually how it happens?
I think Georgia's got it wrapped up. I don't see another team coming anywhere near them, especially how we saw them dominate on all aspects of the game last week against Tennessee, being a powerhouse team throughout the season so far. I just don't see anybody coming anywhere near them.
There you go.
Yeah, the hindsight of that game is people haven't talked about. They talk about the Stetson Bennett offensive production, but I think the real star of that game was the fact that Tennessee was scoring on every other possession of us in their season, and they came up to a defense that was top 5 in all categories. They hadn't played a defense all year that was ranked higher in any category than the top 15, and it showed. You know what I mean? So, and then Heupel, great coach, you didn't make the proper adjustments. I don't know if you could have made the proper adjustments. Georgia was just a better football team.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they had their number all the way from kickoff all the way through that game.
Yep.
And so
they were elite.
They were elite. Good win.
So
you had a couple. Yeah. So you had a couple top schools in the top 10 that struggled parts of the game but took over. You say Michigan looked pretty slow start coming off a bye week against Rutgers, but for the 5th game this year, we held an opponent in the second half to less than 150 total yards and no points. So,
it's the same as with Ohio State. I mean, they started off really slow. Northwestern was kind of staying in that game, and then they finally kicked it in just to get it over with. But yeah, I mean, the one thing that does scare me about Michigan, and I did see Matt's comment earlier that he says that we can't all believe you're saying it either, but Michigan should be ranked over Ohio State in my opinion too. I just think that it's Michigan is a better team overall. Yeah, I said it. Ouch. God.
Hey, yeah. I mean, hey, I know how I feel. I know what I've seen on production on the field. I'm right now. I'm leaning towards Michigan being ahead just because of the defense. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Their defense seems to be a lot more adaptable to different styles of football. You know what I mean? And Ohio State has now struggled mightily with two subpar Big Ten teams. Now, granted, it's hard for any Heisman Trophy candidate to throw 300 yards in a 40 to 60 mile an hour gusted football game.
True.
But you're the number 2 team in the country. They've got 3 damn wins. You need to figure it out.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely. Now, before we go any farther, I know we're keeping this man up, folks, because his gym opens at 5 a.m. So you all better go check out ElitePTIndy.com or call Zach 765-499-1005 and get your journey to becoming the elite you today. Zach,
the elite you. I love it.
you like that? See, I'm coming up
Yeah.
with things for you, man, on the fly.
Those are the new T-shirt slogan right there for 2023.
Boom! There you go, Zach. Thank you again for joining us, man. Tell them again where to find you, how to get a hold of you, and give a good plug there.
Yeah, we got Facebook page, Elite Performance LLC, or Elite Performance Community pages. Our Elite Performance Community page, if you want to kind of touch base and listen and kind of read up on current, past clientele, with testimonies and their experience about their time here. That's where you would find that out on that page. Twitter is ZD Elite PT is our handle there. Instagram, Elite Performance LLC. And then phone number 765-499-1005. And our website, we have a contact form there. So ElitePTIndy.com. And our address, we're just located here in Franklin Township. So 10621 East Edgewood Avenue, Indianapolis, 46239.
Right behind the middle school in Franklin Township. So, folks, go check them out. You'll see me in the mornings. You'll see a bunch of us in the afternoons. There's all kinds of people going on.
And we're trying to get them in there, Dan. We don't want them to leave.
They don't want to come see me. Okay, I don't want them to come see me. Don't come see me in the mornings at 8 to 8:30.
I was going to say, avoid the 8 to 8:30 slot. We'll be good.
There you go. Zach, again, thanks, man, for coming on. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome anytime, and you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you probably Friday morning.
Sounds good, guys.
I'm going to try to do tomorrow afternoon, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Always a pleasure to see you, Zach.
I got 2 picks, though, here for you for high school football. Gotta go with my alum. Got to go with the Saints. And I'm picking the upset. I'm going to take the Dragons over the Rebels. Sorry, Dan.
Well, honestly, it's not an upset. New Palace favored, so it should be a good game.
The Rebels, they got some high profile O line and running back. They got to put up some points. So we'll see.
And that's not a real surprising pick that you picked the number 1 team in 1A football.
Hey, 1A or not, they've been plowing through people. So stats are stats, brother.
It had nothing to do with 1A. It was the fact that the team that you picked
was
just
ranked
to be
number 1.
Number 1.
Hey, I grew up in one area. I went to school in the other. So home ground, boys.
Have a good one, buddy.
All right, Zach. See you later, brother.
Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure with the elite man himself.
Zachary.
Where we at?
We were talking about the other teams in the top 10 that struggled a little bit. We talked about Michigan. We talked about Clemson. Well, not Clemson. We talked about Ohio State. Now we must talk about how TCU has had his, 5th or 6th comeback win of the season. So TCU, man, their pacemaker is strong.
This week they're going to have a big test with who they're playing. We're going to see, do they get exposed or do they run the table in the Big 12? And after watching them come, they're grinding. They're hustling, they're grinding, they're winning regardless, no matter what. So it's going to be fantastic, a fantastic end of the season for them.
Yeah, agreed. So Oregon looked pretty good. You know what I mean? Not much of a test with Colorado. I remember when Colorado used to be good, man.
Right?
It was
Talking about
like
the Orange Bowl with Notre Dame, and
so long ago.
right, we were like teens.
Like most schools eventually turn around, but like we just completely forgot about Colorado.
I think they forgot about themselves.
Yeah. Oh well. USC, I watched a little bit of that game. They took care of their business with Cal. So Pac-12 is still peeking on the outside looking in, which is a good transition to kind of what we're talking about with them peeking on the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm. And
Maybe.
here we go, folks.
So
The
here's the
wonderful
new top
CFP
4.
is out.
Now, we
You know,
told you it was going to change last week.
yep.
It was guaranteed to change.
Yep. And honestly, I thought that it would have been Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and they kept Tennessee in just because they put them at number 1 before that Georgia game. But I'm glad to see them put TCU in just for the simple fact of, like I said earlier, they're sitting there. They're dogs, man. That they are. They're just sitting there grinding it out.
They're undefeated. They've handled their business. They've got 4 top 25 wins. They're whoever you put up against, they've won road games, they've won home games. So they deserve that spot. I felt Tennessee, I always thought Tennessee was going to fall out if they when I watched the game, I could say what I thought they was going to fall out of the top 4 because of how they lost. It
Right.
wasn't like it was a field goal or a last a minute drive down or a great comeback, nothing like that. They were dominated on all phases of the game. That's why Tennessee dropped, because Georgia whipped that ass. Yeah, I could have thought Michigan could have been number 2. I mean, they handled their business. Yeah, it struggled, but yet again, it's another dominant performance. Almost 200 yards rushing between two different. Almost 100 yards apiece between 2 running backs. They do it again. Dominance on the defensive side, but the committee loves Ohio State. They always have. They've always think that they have the better shot of competing in the Final Four. 1, because they were the first one to win it. 2, they do compete from the Big Ten. Everybody else from the Big Ten gets smashed. Look what happened to us last year. We had smashed. I was drunk before halftime because we were getting smashed.
You almost look like Notre Dame in bowl games.
Or Michigan in bowl games.
Well.
So, but I was great if they put TCU. They worked for it. So I'm not mad about that. I like Tennessee where it is. I like Oregon peeking over the side. LSU put themselves in a good spot.
Yeah, I don't understand why they were ranked 10th before, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We're going to have a college football. And you know what? Side note. This is what I hate about TV media when it comes to talk about these college sports. Y'all are so desperate to have Clemson and Ohio State. No, I would say Clemson and Alabama in the Final Four. They're still trying to figure out scenarios where these teams get in the Final Four.
All right. So since you brought it up, all right, you opened Pandora's box for a second. Okay, let me pull these full rankings up here again. I had them up. All right, here we go. Why? Okay, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, TCU, Tennessee, Oregon, LSU, even because where they were ranked, they obviously would move up. Okay. Southern Cal should be probably 7 in my book. Alabama, you're a 2-loss team now. Why are you still in the top 10?
Why?
At all. You have Ole Miss at a 1-loss. You have UCLA at a 1-loss. Right there, I think those 2 teams should be above Alabama and Clemson, because Clemson's 1 loss came from an unranked Notre Dame. Now, regardless of the situation and all that, Notre Dame was unranked at the time, And yes, Matt, we did have a little discussion on this the other day. He is just as frazzled as we are on why the rankings are the way they are. It's getting old, folks. I'm just gonna say that it's getting very old to see this bullshit happening every damn season.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I can see in the AP poll or the coaches poll, you put Alabama still in the top 10 after losing. Yeah, because I can't legitimately say that there is that many teams really behind them that can beat them when you line them up. But that's not how it's determined. It's determined by the better team. Like, so if that guy or that team, UCLA, has one loss and you now have two losses, you should not be in the conversation.
nope,
Period.
nope, they should not be.
Period.
And here's the thing to think about: an SEC championship game without one of those two teams in it. Oh my mercy!
Yeah. But it's unfathomable for two Big Ten teams to get in. Like,
I agree.
I mean, all right, whatever. It all sucks.
I think yes. I think they should be. They're definitely out of the top 10. Alabama, I'm seeing it. They definitely should be out of the top 10. But yeah, I don't know. This shit's getting ridiculous.
Yeah. So, uh yeah. Did you do a top four? I didn't do a top four.
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
yeah, I didn't either. So, do we have Dynasty?
So we're gonna roll into the Dynasty Bros. Check them out. Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. Get your fantasy knowledge here every Wednesday night with the 4-minute offense.
What's good, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, and this is the 4-minute offense. Is where you come for your fantasy football needs and shop it about the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Die here with my co-bro.
Dynasty Bro Vic here without my mic stand and our DJ.
Holding the mic. Hold my mic. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Nah, man. We boogieing though, man. Hey, look. Shit, what week we just end up? Was this week 9 we just ended?
Coming off week 9, and you know what? It's crunch time, man. It's these next few weeks. We about 4 or 5 weeks away from the playoffs.
No, man. And like I say, these weeks are vital. You got to pay attention to the ads and the drops. Trade deadlines coming up. So if you ain't paying attention to the 4-minute offense, because after this week, pretty much all trade deadlines are out. This is the only way you can get players. So you need to tune in, man. You need to tune in. We helping you out. I would like to say that I think we done dropped some gems throughout the year this so far. You agree, Vic?
I agree, man. You know what? And you got to work your waiver wire moves, man. And you can actually see how many moves you had. Hopefully, my dog ain't too loud in the background.
Bro, tell nephew he cool, bro.
Yeah, man. They just passing through. But either way, man. But you got to work the waivers, man. You know that's how you win your league. So.
All right, there we go. Working the waivers, and we showing you who to add and who to drop throughout the week. So that's what we're gonna do. As usual, we got 4 minutes to do this. We like to get in and out, make it quick. I got a timer up. We remote. I told Vic set a timer. We're gonna try our hardest to hit the thumbs on our starts at the same exact time. And with that being said, bro, you gonna jump it off and just get into these guys that we need to pick up. All right.
All right, I had to reset my clock because it was going the whole time. I'm
Oh
tripping.
man, I got time in itself already. All right. Let's get it going, bro. And 3, 2. Wait, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's get it, man. Hey, I got a running back for you guys, but before I do that, I got to start the wide receivers because I don't want you guys to go put a priority on the running back when you really should get this receiver. So let's go to Kansas City. McCole Hardman. You know what? If you follow our Dynasty show, I'm not the biggest fan of him in Dynasty, but the man's been balling in redraft, man. So coming off a top 10 performance this past week, and I know they just added Kadarius Toney, but they're going to keep McCole Hardman involved, man, especially down in the red zone situation. So, yes, you need to get him on your rosters.
All right, and let me get into a guy that came out of LSU as a baller. I know you loved him, Vic, bro. 6'2", 200 pounds, ran a 4.3 on 4.39, whatever. Look, Terrace Marshall's finally getting involved. He's been getting so many targets over the past couple of games. They got rid of Robbie, and for some reason, Baker, he went out there. He still didn't have a connection with DJ, and Terrace Marshall got his first touchdown, man, on top of all the targets he's been getting lately, man. So just play him, man. He's a big-time receiver, talent-wise, and I just love to see him get involved, man. It's his time. So go get you some Terrace Marshall if you can.
All right, man, let's go to Chicago. So, of course, last week we talked Justin Fields, the quarterback, and he's doing his thing. So, if we like Justin Fields, you got to like his weapon. So, it's time to go get Darnell Mooney, add him back to your rosters. He's looking better, man, and I think he just needed some help. So, with them adding Chase Claypool, even though he didn't do much last week, Chase Claypool, but he adds another big body presence that you got to respect. So, that only opens up Darnell Mooney, man, in the passing game.
All right, let me get into a receiver myself. Mr. Wandale Robinson, man, you see him be the number one guy, and they finally got rid of Kadarius Toney, whatever the beef was with him, and it just looked like he's playing that inside, so it's easy for him to get those targets and Daniel Jones to deliver the ball to him. So I'm excited to see him play. He doesn't really have any touchdown upside, but in any kind of PPR, man, he's a solid back end wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3.
All right, let's go to Green Bay. This is more of a desperation play here, but if you guys need a wide receiver, just someone to stash and look at. But Samari Torrey, so of course, the Packers just lost Romeo Doubs. He's on IR, and they only have Lazard, and they barely have Tanyan. So not too many weapons in the passing game. And I know Aaron Jones is banged up, and we saw Samari hit the end zone a couple weeks ago, and looks like he's the only guy that's willing to uncover and give Aaron Rodgers a shot downfield when things break down. So why not take a look at Samari Torrey?
And one more receiver, don't have a team yet, but is finally about to be able to come off his little IR. Mr. Odell is.
You back? It broke up.
Oh shit, my bad, Brody.
You just may just have to edit it. But yeah, talk your guy and we could just edit it, cut it in.
All right, let's get back into Odell Beckham, man. This is a guy that's not on any teams right now, but whoever signed him is going to use him. So go get you some Odell Beckham for just predicting that already.
All right, man, let's go back to Kansas City. I mentioned I had a running back for you guys. So Mr. Jerick McKinnon, I know last week they were talking Isaiah Pacheco getting the start, but if you're only getting 8 carries, if that means a start, you know what I mean? Like, hey, are you really starting at the end of the day? But Kansas City, they're bottom of the barrel as it relates to rushing attempts. They want to throw the ball, so they're like 27th in rushing attempts. But Jerick McKinnon, man, he had, most of the touches between the backfield and catches. So he's again, more so just adding depth to your running back room. We got 30 seconds, bro.
Let's get to some drops, bro.
All right, one more ad, man. Deshaun Watson, if he's out there, if you're desperate for a quarterback, he's going to be starting here in a couple of weeks. I know they got one more week, then the bye week. So Deshaun Watson for an ad. 20 seconds on the drops.
Alec Pierce, Paris Campbell. Who you got? Romeo Doubs, Eno Benjamin. Who you going? Keep going.
I don't have no drops right now.
You don't got none?
I'm not, I'm not carrying no dead weight, man. That's why, I'm doing pretty well right now, and knock on wood, man. And yeah, man. Fire.
Yeah, we got in and got out, man. Look, Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, 4-minute offense showing you how to dominate your league. Dynasty Bro style. I am Dynasty Bro Dot. Hey, follow me at Dynasty Bro Dot on Instagram and Twitter. Follow the main Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. Hey, Vic, where can we follow you at?
Guys, follow me at Chief Sosa FF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen at Dynasty Bros FF. Hey, show you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Bro style. And shout out to our DJ Avo, DJ AVO LXVE. That's where you can follow him.
Facts. All right, man. We're going to get in and out. And just make sure you tune in. Take our advice. And in and out. Dynasty Bros. Oh, yeah. It's weird not ending it without Avo.
Some interesting knowledge there for the fantasy side of things.
Yeah, just cut that out.
Yeah, you forgot to tell me.
Hilarious. Hey, by the way, Brooklyn's up 25 at halftime. KD is lighting these cats up, son.
Damn.
But anyway, so yeah, man. I know you are ready to talk some NFL football.
Dude, why wouldn't I be? I mean, I am the top of the whole league by myself, yet still undefeated.
Yes, Eagles are still undefeated. Yes, they are. And there's no need for us to continue to talk about your greatness.
Hey, no, baby. Hey, and no.
It looked pretty good. Hey, man, it was for some crappy game matchups, some pretty decent games turned out over the weekend. We had old good Tom Brady in his winning streak saying cuss word on the podium. We had the Raiders still suck up the joint. You know what I mean? Just some good football.
It is. It was some damn good football compared to what it looked like it was going to be on paper. I'll agree there.
Right. But I guess we got to get through the riffraff first. Jeff Bezos and group accompanied of stars are planned to be the next owner of the Washington Commanders.
I mean, from what I heard, it was him, Jay-Z, Matthew McConaughey, amongst others. I mean, they're getting into it. Is it
I've
really
heard
going
the
to...
ranch name in there. I've heard
really?
a couple.
I didn't hear him, but
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it's good that they're getting rid of Snyder. I mean, let's face it. He was a little bit of a black eye on the league and the owners per se. But is it really going to change the perspective of their playing on the field? We don't know, but there's a good concept right there. However, the NFL has salary caps.
Well, that's true too. You know what I mean? But you got to look at it like this. I mean, when you make an ownership change like that, yeah, it can affect the play on the field because it affects a culture change within the organization.
True.
Look at what happened with the Clippers in the NBA when the booty pitcher was exit out. Look at the quick turnaround that the new guy brought in with the Clippers. You know, now they're competitive. Now they're in building their own new stadium outside away from the Lakers. So I think new coaches, new ownership can make changes. And who knows? Jeff Bezos, anything he touches succeeds. So why not the Commanders in where the people have no representation in Congress?
Well, at least they'll have representation somewhere. I told somebody, I don't remember who I was talking to earlier today, yesterday, when it was. Yeah, today though. I just don't. Shit, I forget. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was I just thinking? Jeez.
We were talking about the Commanders and ownership and how they can.
Oh, yes. I was saying, I'd love to see all four. Thank you. I'd love to see all four of our division teams above 500. I mean, playing rough and tough and get that division back to where it once was. It may take a minute, but it may be on its way now. It's almost on its way now with 3 out of the 4.
Yep. So you got a shot. You know what I mean? Looking good. Looking good. From one Jeff to another Jeff. Oh my God. When I went back and watched the press conference on Twitter, bro, I thought Irsay was on every pill known to man when he made this announcement of Jeff Saturday, the interim head coach for the Indianapolis Colts. I'm here waiting on get up so I can watch some pancakes. And this is the news that I get.
It's a money grab to me for right now. You're bringing in a community known name, a big community person. He's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. From what I've heard, he's a great guy. I've never met him personally myself, but everything that I've heard about him, morally good and all that. But he came from high school. Yes, he's played the game, but he's never coached it down above high school level. However, here's what's scaring me, and we'll talk about this next. Well, I'm not even going to talk about it now. We'll save it for next week's show.
Oh,
the following week is the Colts and the Eagles game. So we're going to have to hold off on that talk. But it's Saturday. He's not calling the plays, which, okay. So
Dungy didn't either.
Right. He's just the face right now. I mean, he is the head coach, interim head coach. I think he will be the coach going forward. I don't think he's necessarily interviewing or adding to his resume this year, the rest of this year. I think he's really got a shot to becoming the head coach, but we'll see.
Well, I have a stance on this. I am a huge fan of Jeff Saturday. I have been. I'll continue to be. I like to see him do well here in the Colts. They do have him and Peyton are, two different type of figures here when it comes to the public. It came out of nowhere. I get it. He's a great guy, good analyst, knows his football. But I agree
so
with
fast.
Marcus Spears. This is a bad look for the Indianapolis Colts, and this is a bad look for the NFL. More so for the Indianapolis Colts. One, because you got all those guys, all those position guys, position coaches, all those assistant coaches, the ones that were still there. They could have been just as easily given that interim tag. You know what I mean? Jeff Saturday's coming in there. He's going to be a good figurehead. Yeah, he's going to put seats,
Asses
butts
in
in
the
the seats. You know what I mean? He's going to put that there, but does it translate to winning football games? Yeah, so most people think the coach are tanking, try to get a quarterback. That's fine. You know what I mean? I've heard rhetoric about it, like, what about the black coaches? What about not getting it? So this is not a minority coaching situation. For one, the Rooney Rule doesn't apply to interim tags. But it applies to all the coaches, all those guys who were in the trenches, all those guys who were in training camp, all those guys who hadn't won a game that's been in there working. You know what I mean? To have football experience. That's tough. But Irsay came out and said it in the press conference. This is my guy. Period. We've seen it in other leagues. We've seen it in MLB with Aaron Boone and the Yankees. We've seen it in the NBA with Steve Kerr coming straight out the booth but he's won championships. We saw it with Steve Nash. That turned out terrible. We've seen it with Jason Kidd. It's turned out okay. You know what I mean? We've seen this a couple different scenarios. So who knows, man? Good luck to Jeff. I'd like to see it happen. But I guess it all depends on who they draft as a quarterback next year.
That's going to have a big play in it, obviously. Lamar Jackson has righted the ship in Baltimore.
I guess it depends on if Mark Andrews is healthy or not.
It would definitely help. I mean, he played phenomenal. I mean, let's face it. He threw a touchdown. How many rushing yards did he have? I mean, he's all
more
over
than the other guy.
Yeah, he's all over the place. I'll give every bit of Lamar Jackson props where he's due. I just don't think that the chemistry's gone. It's long gone. You can tell that it's not there between him and the organization per se. Maybe not necessarily the team all over, but you can tell the distraught there.
I guess our punted and pinned should be, is Lamar Jackson going to be a Raven next year?
Oh, but you mean he is not? I'm going to pin it. I don't think he's staying in Baltimore. I don't see how he could.
Look at the fan interaction with the signs that he's been signing. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Twitter responses that he's had playfully with different people. Man, Baltimore is screwing up, and Lamar's out here playing money. Somebody's going to pay him a whole lot of money, and he's getting ready to be gone in Baltimore. But here's the funny thing about it. Baltimore still will win that division like I predicted.
Very well. I mean, it's looking pretty good for him. Let's just say that. But here's a little side note, and you heard it here, folks. If Dak Prescott gets injured one more time this season, Jerry Jones's eyes will be focused on picking up Lamar Jackson after the end of the season for free agency.
Hey, he can't afford Lamar. He can't afford Lamar.
I'm telling you.
he can't afford Lamar.
Jerry could do. Hey, you trade away Dak, trade away Zeke. You got Pollard. I mean,
you're not getting nothing for Zeke. Well, I don't know why you building hope for these ridiculous Cowboy fans.
Why
trying
to help
doing that on purpose? You're doing that shit on purpose. You're building hope, knowing damn well that Lamar Jackson wants no part of Jerry Jones in Dallas.
Hey, well, sounded good for some.
Stop that. He's going to Pittsburgh.
He might.
Mike Tomlin will give up both of them cats. He'll keep picking. He'll just be the backup. Okay.
Right.
Let's do it. Who's left? Who's next? Oh, we got a pin it or pick it. Back to Saturday. You already said it. You said it. You pinned it. Jeff Saturday be the coach in 2023.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
I think he will.
I agree. I'm good with it.
Yep.
Here's a pin it or punt it. Aaron Rodgers, bench Aaron Rodgers and win.
At this point, I'm going to say it again, kind of talking about that distraught that we feel in Baltimore. It is definitely felt on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field and every other stadium that Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers go into. They got walked over by the Detroit Lions.
Detroit.
I am not meaning to sound like I'm hating on Detroit,
But it's
and
still Detroit.
y'all are on a good ride up a little bit. You know, you got a couple years, you'll be all right. But you got to do something, and I'm just gonna say it wouldn't hurt at this point.
No, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt at all at this point. Yeah, man. It's I'm gonna have to say I want to pin it. I think it's time to, see what Jordan, especially if they lose this weekend. It's time to put Jordan Love in to see what he got. I mean, I know you don't want to put a $50 million quarterback on the bench, but the $50 million quarterback ain't winning games, and the $50 million quarterback held your organization hostage, and it's the reason why you're in the turmoil that you are in now. And
Right.
Odell Beckham Jr. coming to Green Bay is not going to make it better.
Nope, because you still
That's
got
why
Aaron
he's not
Rodgers
going.
there. Yeah, you still got Aaron Rodgers there, and I don't
So.
think that chemistry will ever get right again.
Right. Hey, I got one for you since we talk about Green Bay. I got a bonus punter pennant for you.
What's that?
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Vikings.
The Minnesota Vikings are the second best team in the NFC.
I don't see. I'm probably gonna pin that. I mean, I don't see anybody other than Philly right now being as good of a team in the NFC. I mean, you got New York that's still up there. Dallas is still kind of hanging and lingering. We'll see what happens with Dallas and Green Bay this weekend, and kind of give the telltale of both of those pathways that those two teams will take for the rest of the year. But yeah, man, I think Minnesota, I'm going to pin it. Minnesota's the second best team in the NFC.
Quietly. I like to say it quietly, but I think Seattle's Seahawks are pecking. The Seahawks are pecking.
Geno Smith, baby.
Geno Smith has 15 touchdowns. He hasn't thrown 15 touchdowns in a season in his career.
Hey, I'm okay. They're doing what they need to do out there, but they're in a weak division. I mean, you look at that division.
Yeah.
The Cardinals, the Seahawks are winning it at what, 4-4? I think
something like that.
Yeah, I mean, this reminds me of the year that Seattle made it in the playoffs and had a home game at 7-9. Do you remember that?
Oh my God!
I mean, look at that division though.
Angry.
You got San Fran, who's in shackles. You
We
got
were so angry.
Oh man, you got Arizona that is teeter-totter, and you know how we feel about Arizona.
Munchy cheek.
18 bazillion years. And then you got the Rams, who have just
we are not the Rams.
not the champions again.
Yeah. Speaking of the Rams, they're on the pennant and punt it. The Rams, can they turn it around? Can they salvage the season? Mind you, Matthew Stafford has been entered a concussion protocol, so there's highly unlikely that he plays on Sunday.
Yep. Man. Looking at their remaining schedule, I mean, we're halfway through. We're at week 10 now. I don't. They'll be lucky to make the playoffs. There's only going to be one team coming out of that division that makes the playoffs. I don't see two of them making it. No,
So whoever wins the division is. I mean, you have to win the division in the West to make the playoffs, and I don't see them doing that now.
they're already behind Seattle. So Seattle, if they pull out a win, and aren't they going to Munich? Seattle's playing in Munich this Sunday, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Double check that.
Yeah, I think they're playing in Munich this Sunday. So they got the opportunity to take a really, really strong hold of that division.
Yeah, they are. Seattle and Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So who knows what Tampa Bay is going to do. So you can have two teams finish under 500 and win two divisions. That's amazing.
That's scary is what that is.
Amazing. And last bad news, and I think that a lot of our panel would have changed their picks if they'd have known a little bit more about this one. The ACL joint in the elbow transfers to baseball talk. That's the tendon for the Tommy John surgery. Is soreness, those type of things with Jared Allen's elbow. So
Gotcha. Well, you know that. Let's hope it's nothing bad. Let's hope it's not that deep. Let's hope it gets healed quick because, and that was my AFC Championship pick. So, you know, out of pride that way, I got to say, let's get well soon type stuff. But we'll see, man. I still think that their defense is just that stout that they could hold on to games. But we'll see how long that will last if Allen's out for any amount of time.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Well, my AFC pick is already damn near mathematically eliminated. Fucking Colts.
They still have a chance.
So you mean there's a chance?
Little one.
So that does it. That does it for NFL. I think it's pick time. Pick time.
It's pick time, brother. It's pick time. Let's pull the panel up and show everybody who stands where across the network on our weekly picks.
I need to take that off, and I will. And there's just putting up the little Doc Sports thing on the bottom.
That's right, because Doc Sports, use BW Sports as your promo when you text it to 29022 and get your free. Worth of $60 a picks.
Guess who's not under 500?
You know, I look across it right there and I see everybody above 500. Or I'm sorry, 500 and above. And it looks good. It looks damn good. We're doing good overall, folks. Good job.
See, I told you the Steelers is going to finish 500.
Well,
I didn't say which one.
Yeah,
I didn't say which Steeler.
That is what 8-8-1.
I didn't say which Steeler.
Good
tricky,
point.
Tricky.
Good point. Good point.
So there you have it. That's where we stand right now. You got the brothers, and you got what, the NFC East at the top here.
Mm-hmm.
You got the brothers tied with John at 48-18. What's that? Greg hanging up at 39-19, and I'm falling kind of at the back with 29-29. But that 29-29 give me a bowl game, baby. It gives me a bowl game.
There you go. There you go. 500.
All right, let's get into it. First game up, college. Purdue Boilermakers, 16th ranked Illinois. I don't think I changed the damn number.
And that's fine. That's fine. They're 21 now. They are 21st now.
Wow.
Yeah, they dropped.
Wow.
Right, they dropped.
They didn't lose, did they?
Man, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
did. They
because this matchup is this is a Big Ten West matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is what we got. The panel says Illinois.
One Boilermaker. One Boilermaker up there. And we apologize. Rafael Esparza could not make it to join us tonight. He's been so busy talking to Jorge Masvidal's team. So right on.
So I would tell you this: if this game was in Lafayette, I would have probably picked Purdue.
I probably would have too, but since it is at Illinois, I don't think they're going to get beat 2 weeks in a row when the Big Ten West is on the line.
Right. And they're going to lean heavily on the running game with Smith. So
Yep.
I expect a high number of carries and a high number of yards for him. So Illinois gets the pick for the panel. Second game, we're going to play around with a little bit. We're going to go with UCF and Tulane.
And just revised. Oh, shoot. Where'd it go? Hold on. Revised standings is UCF is 22 now, and Tulane is 17th.
There you go. Thank you. I was supposed to do that, and for some reason I said no. Hell no. Fuck no. You're gonna look at it my way. Here's what we got. I think we got what?
Couple.
2 UCFs.
Yep, couple UCF people in there. A lot of Tulane. I think Tulane scores too much for him.
Yeah. I mean, I like Tulane. I think this is another game that I feel if it was at the other stadium, at the other school, I'd have probably went for that one.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I just think Tulane they're not going to be able to be stopped as many times as they go down the field. I just think they put up too many points.
Well, they're the green wave for a reason.
It's true.
So they're going to wash out.
Oh, that was good.
So we got them Horned Frogs. Big
matchup. Number 4. Yep. Number 4 TCU at number 18 Texas. Big matchup, Damon. Big matchup for TCU. How bad do they want it? And let's show them how the panel thinks how bad they want it. Ooh, not bad enough from the panel because we're going more so Longhorns than Horned Frogs. A couple of them there. Should be a damn good game.
It's going to be a great game. Texas is getting healthy. Everybody's coming back from Texas. It's another one of those home game situations. But I just think TCU's little streak of just comeback wins and just resuscitating themselves at the end of games. I think this will come to an end because Texas can heavily lean on their run game and take the air out of the ball. So I like Texas.
You leave TCU's offense off the field, and then that's how you beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so let's jump into the pro games. We got them Vikings. I can't mess up their rankings because I didn't put them up there. Vikings and the Bills. Big game. We were just talking about the Vikings. Second best team in NFC coming up. Very quiet, 7-1. Nobody's really talking about them. The Buffalo Bills coming off a bad loss to the Jets, of all people. And Jared Allen could be having a significant injury. So
the loss against the Jets isn't as bad as the potential loss of your quarterback.
Yeah, your MVP quarterback.
Right. So,
well, this is what we think.
It's split. I mean, you got more of the Bills than you do the Vikings. I could see it going either way, especially leaning on the run game more so than Allen's arm. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that.
Yes, we will. So let's go to game number 2 for the NFL. We got the Colts and a dysfunctional, surprising. Imagine that. A dysfunctional Las Vegas Raiders organization. And we got the Colts, man.
We got the Colts. Jeff Saturday goes to the Black Hole in Vegas for the first time as a head coach in the NFL. It's going to be interesting.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not going to be a good football game to watch, but it's going to be a great football game to watch.
We'll see how many people. Is it going to be the mistakes, or is it going to be somebody loses their cool and costs their team the game?
Oh, this is gonna be terribly great football.
This is called the shit storm of 2022, folks.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
It's definitely going to be interesting. I still think the Colts win.
Yeah, I do too. Let's see here. Last game got the Cowgirls and the Pack Whack.
There you go. The Cheeseheads versus the 1-star rating. I think this is going to be a better game than people think. I think that this could give one of the teams a sunshine ray of light, but probably not. But and no, it was not done because of my hatred towards the Cowboys.
I would have loved to put it down as my hatred towards the Cowboys, but damn it, Green Bay is really bad.
But if you
really
recall,
bad.
I do not believe Mike McCarthy has a really good streak after a bye week. So going back away after a bye week and going to Lambeau, yeah, I think that could cause problems to the Dallas Cowboys.
I have 2 words. The reason why I picked the Cowboys:
Aaron Rodgers.
Detroit Lions.
Maybe that's why I went with the Packers. Detroit Lions.
All right, so that is our picks for this week. So make sure you put your picks against our picks, how you went. And when you're ready to put your picks up, go to mybookie.ag and get your picks up.
Boom.
Use the promo code too. Yeah.
Wow. BW Sports 1.
No one for that one, right? And it just
100.
BW Sports.
Well, that's Docs. Docs
Yeah.
Sports. Text BW Sports to 29022.
Yeah.
Mybookie.ag is BW Sports. Is it 100? I think.
Might be.
I think so.
Please tell me why I haven't put it up here yet. I don't know. Say it every week. I need to put the .ag up here. Is it up here?
Nope.
No.
And on that note, I have nothing for Out the Lions Den this week. Honestly, do you have a ones up?
I do have a ones up. It's pretty easy. It's simple. One sentence, no explanation, no anything, just one sentence. A donation is not mandatory. That is the ones up.
Folks. Yeah, think on that, folks. And on that note, Damon, do you have the list for me?
I do.
My breath. Here we go.
I do.
We would like to thank all of our friends that support BW Sports 1. Elite Performance, What's Poppin' Corn Snacks, Printed Memories, Revved Up Tattoo, Doc Sports Picks, My Bookie, The Fighter's Friend, The One's Kitchen, and Inner Beast Sportswear.
And if you're getting tired of football, here's some other stuff that you can get tired of watching too.
Checkers and Records, the state of basketball, super kicking it with Steven, just a bit outside Combat Zone, and as always, us, the Dukes of Football.
Do we get Checkers and Records handled?
Yes, folks, we're getting Checkers and Records back under the proper administration. Sorry for all the stuff you saw all over the past week. We apologize. It's getting taken care of. And yeah, at least I can find the page. At least Tommy Boy can find the page again. So we're working on it to resolve that issue. And we thank you for your support.
10-point sign in.
Wow.
10-point authentication.
Wow.
All right, there you have it, man. For the handsome guy with the back screen, for the adorable guy with the Michigan back screen. This is what we do every week. Make sure you come and join us. Make sure you check out all of our people. And if you need any work done from any of our services, hit up the website and we'll get you all taken care of.
Bam! And as always, D, what do? We do.
We keep Indy sporty.
Oops,
I heard it
came
long
right
distance. I heard it
yep,
long distance.
somewhere. All right. We'll see you, everybody, next week, right here and ready for some Colts and Eagles at home. That's right. Saturday's first home game. And until then, we're hitting the button.